Okay, guys. So this one we had a homework assignment, and it was together. Now, you guys be clowning me. This is highbrow horror, and let's just get into it. I love the movie. Um, I'm not gonna say that it was the best horror movie that I've ever seen. This is a body horror movie, so I was like this. This should be right up uh Godly's alley. He body horror. He's gonna like it. Well, we'll talk about it. For me, this movie, I love the fact that it was an original idea. Um, the body horror aspects, it was a it turned my stomach a few times.
So what is the
Like,
movie about, UAG? We saw it, but what is it about?
okay,
I want to hear
so
from you.
basically the gist of the movie is this is and every guy can relate to this. You've been dating your bitch for a while. And y'all start dressing alike. You're like, in the beginning, the opening scene, they're having a party and they're dressed alike, and this nigga
Yeah.
didn't even notice that he was dressed like his bitch. And he was like,
Yeah.
and there was like this, yo, you dressed like your bitch, bro. He's
His
like, this,
friends
oh
are clowning
shit.
him.
He's like, oh shit, he changed his whole outfit. But anyway, she basically wants to get married and close it up, and he's
She
like,
was
man,
needy.
he was like, dude, I want to live my
Dude,
life.
that bitch got on
I'm
one
trying
knee,
to.
bro.
Yo,
I'm
and he was like he was gonna say no, but he got pressure into saying
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
But he
she got on
still
one
said
knee and
no.
proposed to him in front of everyone.
Yeah,
Right?
like, and that's an awkward moment. First of
Yeah,
all, the
he had
dude's
that little
supposed to do it.
hesitation, right? That little
First
hesitation.
of all, you emasculated him by getting on your knee, bro. Like, don't do
Automatically,
you
that
can't do
movie,
that to a man.
dude. When I saw that right there in the beginning of the movie, she proposed to him. I'm like, dude, what am I watching? Like that. It does happen. I've heard of it happening.
It happens nowadays, but you
Is
want to be a man. You want to be the one to do it.
yeah.
You're like you're not gonna tell that story to your friend, but like, yo, so my bitch got on her knee and she was asking, no, did you just like
So
this?
so
Did
so
she hand
uh
you? Did she give you? Did she take her dick away from you when you leave the house?
I
so
mean,
so
You
he
might as
who's
well
almost
the
did
tell
main
in the
her.
guy?
movie.
What's the actor's name, dude? The Franco brother. What's his name?
Dave Franco.
Dave Franco. I remember him in like Super Bad, dude. Like real quick in that one
And
scene.
and 21 Jump Street. Oh man.
And his wife, that the one that played his wife is his wife in real life, right?
Alison Brie.
Oh man,
Alison Brie.
she is so fucking fine. Dude, if there's any girl that I fell in love with in a movie that's worth watching the movie, it's gonna be this one. Her eyes,
You're a
everything.
horn dog. That's
Oh, I
okay.
was a horn dog from the beginning to the end of the movie. So seeing that chick right away take charge and kind of like want to get married, she was very needy. I like, okay, I could see where this is going. It's going into like a relationship thing. So this dude used to be a musician or something like that. He kind
Well,
of
he
stopped
is a
doing it,
musician.
but he
He's just
kind of
not a
stopped doing it
successful
because of
one.
her. That's how it came out, right? They come out like she kind of like got like he kind of just stopped doing it, which happens to a lot of people.
She ran his
Relationships.
life, bro. She
Yeah.
came in there and said, "Motherfucker, you gonna suck this pussy, and you gonna put that guitar down,
Yeah.
and I'm
So
gonna work."
he had no alone time, like at all. Like when his friends kind of told him, like, would you still be doing music, or isn't that mentioned something like that? I'm
Yeah,
trying to remember.
He's
Yeah,
like, oh, we're gonna go on tour. He's like, but we didn't mention anything to you because we know you aren't up under her ass. He's like,
yeah,
no, nigga, I can do it. I'm my own man. You know how guys pretend when their bitch is not around. He's like, no, I'm my own man. I can do that. He
yeah.
was whispering. He was saying that real low though, so she
So
won't hear
I
him.
love that intro, dude. That intro just it was like a regular
It
movie.
set the page. It set the page.
It just looked really nice the way it was shot. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a good movie. Like I don't know what it's about. I see this relationship building up. I see that the girl's kind of controlling. I see that he kind of wants his life, and then where it starts taking the turn is I'm like, okay,
the move. The move
the
is
move.
what.
So he moves into a house with her, and one of the first things he notices is like right away, which is kind of weird.
But
Is he notices
what's
the
the
smell.
important thing about the move though? It it happens in every relationship. She removes him from his friends. They're
Yeah,
moving miles, hundreds of miles away. So it takes about a half a day to go see if he wants to chill with his friends and do anything with them. So now they're isolated. Now
yeah.
you're only the only other person that you know there is her. So you're always going to be with this bitch. So Go ahead. Now you can. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, that, like where it changes like into a horror thing is I thought it was kind of weird on that first scene where he smells something in the house, and this has nothing to do with the main movie, but he finds out like there's dead rats in
Actually,
that.
it has something to
Well,
do with the main movie because those rats are together.
fuck, you're right. I didn't
So
snap with that. I noticed they were. Oh, anyways. So yeah, you're right. Sorry guys. Sorry.
Oh
Okay.
my god!
Okay. I didn't realize that
How
till
many
now. You're
gummies did
right.
you consume before you watched that shit?
I don't know. I don't know. He may have two.
Anyways, well, let go on.
Seven.
So the whole movie takes a turn because they go in the middle of woods for a walk, and that's when they get lost. And he's the guy. He gets lost. He doesn't know where he's at.
But he
Should
don't
not get
ask no
lost.
question. But you know what's the funny part though? This is the funniest part of the movie. He pulls out the phone and he goes, "North is that
North
way."
is that way. Yeah.
Like, so what does that mean? Because you don't even know what the fuck you are anyway. It's like, well, I figured it may mean something to me.
It could get
But-
you in the right direction if you know where you are on a map. At least it could get you headed towards the right direction. But yeah, it was like in his new neighborhood. He was lost in the woods, and then
They went on a trail and just like a dude that you can't see shit, but he's like, oh no, we should keep going. Like, no, bitch, if there's a trail you can't see where it's at, I'm not getting on that shit. Especially, see, that's some white people shit. White people will do that shit. The white people's gonna go, no, I really want to explore. No, bitch, if you can't see where you going, I don't want to go that way. Especially in no fucking woods. No.
yeah. So this is where the main part of the movie, because they fall into this little trap where they fall underneath the ground.
And then the biggest other white thing happens. White people will stay there like, oh, we're just gonna wait out the storm. No, bitch. Me and the godly were trying to figure out a way how to get the fuck out of that bitch and climb out.
How you gonna spend a night down there?
I'm just gonna
nap.
chill
These
in here and
motherfuckers-
wait. I'll wait in the
see,
morning.
okay.
No, bitch.
Can I intervene? This is where the movie literally becomes somewhat interesting from the artwork and the trailers. For me, from here on out, the movie's fucking stupid because they're thirsty. They have one bottle of water left. They couldn't go half and half. He gives her the water, and then he goes and drinks from a fucking puddle in the cave.
In a cave.
In the
You can't even see what's down there, bro.
Not even the cave. It's a hole in the floor. And there's some type of weird texture on the ground. And you're like, oh, this is good.
Oh, but
like,
we got to rewind a little bit. So before that, they kind of let you know that the water is bad because two dogs drank from that water, and
beginning,
you see them staring at each other like freaking out, and they kill each other. And it tells you that something's not good with this water.
I'm saying the
it
way
was
they
kinda
got them
eerie.
to drink the water was weak.
Yeah,
Like, I felt like
but they had
should
to
have poisoned
slip it
the
in
water
there somehow.
line. They like, first of all, the little zesty dude should have did something to their water. Like, hey, you guys want some water? And then gave him that water. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Not him just drinking it in that cave. Like, no one's gonna do that.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
for a week. They weren't down there for a week. It was literally they just landed. And it's like, oh, let me go. Oh, thank you. Whoa, it's like, get this shit out of here, dude. This fucking garbage. That's the beginning.
Remember the guy gave her the tea? Maybe he was trying to give her the water, bro. Maybe he was trying to give her water. Maybe it's in the sewer system.
So that's when, all right, so that scene ends and that's when shit starts getting weird. It's like right away they start getting stuck together.
When they wake up in that morning, their fucking legs is fucking super glued together. Yeah.
All right, so that's when you learn. You're like, okay, well, what's going on in the water and whatever. And then they get out of the cave, which I don't know how they got out of that cave. It was kind of crazy.
Mad easy. The next day was easy. It was like stairs or something.
But it's so weird because like later on it doesn't look as easy, but they got out of it real easy. And then that's when they're living life. You find out, what is she? Is she a teacher? What the fuck is she doing at school?
She's a teacher. She's a teacher.
Yeah. Oh shit, she's a bad teacher, man. And then you see this one guy hitting up on her, and you think like he's hitting up on her.
He's trying to fuck. He's trying to fuck.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm watching a movie with my girl. I'm like this. Yeah, he's trying to fuck. She's like, why you say that? I said, because every dude being nice to you is trying to give you dick. That's it.
He's just trying to
Nigga,
drain it. Yeah.
So he's trying
he,
to be like, hey, you the new neighbors? Oh, your husband? Like, so does he go to the
Yeah,
house? I'm trying to remember after
you
that.
gotta remember,
he was like,
he says,
no. The
your
other thing,
boy,
He was like, oh, your
situation.
boyfriend, your husband, and she was like, my boy partner, and I'm just like, damn, boy partner,
Yeah.
dude.
So then I know you quickly learn. I'm not sure it's around that time that he's basically a stay-at-home dude
Bitch.
that cooks.
He don't have no job. Listen, she paying the bill. Okay, she paying the bills. He's a struggling artist. He's got to pick up the slack at the house. So he's cooking. He's cleaning.
Hey,
He's
but
probably
is
doing
he
some
more
other
than that? Because
things.
the dude don't even drive.
Yeah,
He
he didn't
don't
even have a
drive.
fucking driver's license, bro.
That's when the
He was
movie was
living
like
in.
a little
First of all,
too woke right there.
He was
I'm like,
living
come
in the
on.
city.
It
There's
was a
people that live
girl
in the city
boss.
that
She was taking over. She was righteous. She was powerful. She's a teacher with that big ass house in
wait
the
a
middle
minute.
of the woods. Like,
Okay,
that's so
can I tell you
realistic.
something?
Yeah.
He stood up for himself. He's like, well, I'm not a prisoner because the prisoner wouldn't cook for himself. See, he stood up for himself. He talked back. He said shit.
He
He said
mumbled that
shit.
shit.
Nah,
He
he
didn't say
said
that
it.
shit with his chest.
He said that shit.
He
That
didn't
that
say.
dude,
He didn't
the dude looked at him like, all right. I must have I triggered something. Like the dude was about to pour a glass of wine. He's like, that's my bitch. Give me that. I'll pour the wine for
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. He wasn't gonna do it
He
until he
was
saw the
freaking
other
out when
guy.
he
When the
did that
guy went over
shit.
to the house and was basically hitting up on his chick, it looked like, which we think is that's what the guy from her work. But that's when he tried to do the man rule. Like, nah, I got it. Like, nah. The whole time you could tell that she wore the pants. She was the one, and
Yeah.
dude. And then all of a sudden, what the hell happens after that? Like,
Oh, she tries to leave the house. He's all like magnetized to
That,
her.
but
oh
the
yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
like, that was the crazy part. That's the one that freaked me out. It was like that nigga was falling asleep in the fucking bath in the shower and it smashing his head against the glass because
Whichever
she's driving
direction
away
she was
and
going
shit.
towards. Yeah. So now you think there's something keeping them together no matter where she moves, and that's where it's like, okay. And then like when you start learning about the cult, is it
Well, I think what happened was she went to the house and saw something, and he went back when she went to the house. He went down to the back to the cave, and I think he saw like the fuel and stuff like that.
no, wasn't
And
he on the computer researching?
He
Like
was
on the
researching
computer?
it first because
yeah,
before he
he
went back
was-
to the
yeah.
cave. Before he went back to the cave, it was way before that actually.
He
was
saw
doing the
that couple and
research.
saw that belt. He saw the
And
bell,
the
same
bell. Yeah,
bell.
he knows the bell. He started noticing symbols and shit. He's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, and then he started doing that research about the old school because the dude joked about it at the dinner. He said,
There was a cult, but it went underneath the water and shit like that.
yeah. He's like,
It
it's a
sank.
call. Yeah. And he tried to play it off, but there was some truth to that shit. So you know,
Well, he's the one that said cult, and like he kind of got taken back by like, how do you know that it was a cult? He's like, ha ha, made a joke about it, but in actuality, it was a cult.
So now like he has to be part of her. Like that there's that connection. And he even goes to her work, the school, and tries to bang her out in the little boy's restroom. His little peepee gets stuck. And that's when you realize, like, oh shit, this is
his shit.
I don't know. That's got to be a scary ass moment. Imagine you fucking a bit and your dick gets stuck in there, and you have to basically like. You ever use super glue and accidentally get your fingers glued together? That shit is a scary feeling. Imagine your dick that's your prized possession. It's stuck in that shit. Oh man, now that's a scary ass moment.
all right. Dude, I'm trying to remember this movie, and what makes the woman go back to that little guy's
keys.
house?
She needed to get the keys.
She left her keys because remember she left the keys at the zesty dude's house, and
that's when you find out he's zesty.
Sorry, that's when you find out he's zesty because
you kind of
he tells a story
that
about her dude.
If you back a little bit, he basically told her like, you need to stay with that nigga. He was setting it up the whole time. It's like you need to. He basically told the story like, in your whole life, you're trying to find your other half, and when you finally find that person, you need to stay with them. He was basically setting up the cookies all that. Like, you need to merge with this nigga, basically. And that's what he was doing in the beginning, from the get-go. Like, he saw a good couple that they loved each other, but if you don't, he says, don't fight it. You gotta merge. And it was a whole thing about the story. But when she goes back to find the keys, that's when I think is a video playing in the background that basically tells everything of what's happening, and
I
that's
think that's like
how we find it.
later, isn't it, or is it there?
I think it's when she goes back for the key.
That it was definitely way later in the movie. It was like literally one of the
Almost the end, right?
Yeah. So basically, that's when you learn that they learn there's one thing that could counter the separation. And it's because the dude started going crazy. He's like, dude, I feel like something's wrong with me. And then that's when you should go to the doctor, and they give him some pills. And he finds out that if he takes the pills, that, our separation can kind of like, it's a counter to it. So then there's a scene where they're sniffing the fucking, here, sniff it like cocaine and all this shit. I'm like, that's what I'm like in the movie. Like, really? Some pills are going to be the counter to this evil force that is causing y'all to stick together, is going to be some pills to temporarily hold you back.
The hallway scene is the crazy scene where she starts walking backwards and they start sliding to each other.
Yeah.
That scene was kind of crazy, man.
That was kind of cool, to a certain degree. The build up to it was cool. It was creepy or whatever. It was a lot of tension. But yeah, like the muscle relaxer. Well, I guess that entity or whatever that was controlled their muscles. So I'm guessing the answer to that was the muscle relaxer.
Make them go to sleep. Make the muscle sleep.
So they, they're just like, like this, but
it's kind of lame.
It was kind of weak. Yeah, it was a weak defense. And like I said, we had a weak way of obtaining this little spirit or whatever this shit is from the water. I thought that was weak. Now we have a weak way to counter it, and it's muscle relaxer pills. So it's kind of like I'm already out. Like I'm already checked out. This movie's fucking garbage,
Yeah.
Okay. It just gets worse to me.
It gets worse. For you two guys, the scene that really took me back, and I want to know what you thought, is when at the end of that scene, she basically duct tapes this nigga to a chair. He wakes up the next day, or later on that day after sniffing all that shit. She got that nigga duct taped to a chair, and they're fucking super glued. Their arms are super glued together. And I already knew that this was going to be a major part of the movie. But in the beginning of the movie, when they're moving in, there's like a saw.
Yeah.
Right? And he plays with it. You knew that was going to come back later.
Yeah.
It was going to be a callback. And the callback is basically, she said, we need to cut ourselves apart. When you saw that scene, what was you thinking? Because I know I was like this. I don't know. I can't do that. We just gonna have to be one.
I mean,
because I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna pass out and die. I guess.
Like in real, if it happened to me, I personally couldn't do it. It's kind of crazy. They cut the skin, but it was like, all right, it was no big deal.
That was cool.
Your skin is attached. You cut it, fine. Put a little bandage, and
so
that's the way they made the scene.
You wouldn't be able to do it.
No, I wouldn't be able to do it, but I think the scene was fucking stupid because they just put little bandages and they were fine. And then it was like after that, I think, where she realizes the keys and this and that, and that's when she goes to Zesty Guy's house and then finds out it's a cult that's behind all this shit, and that Zesty dude was part of the cult with the boyfriend. But you notice that he looks a little bit different than the picture with him and the boyfriend. It's like, so like during that time, you're kind of like, wait, this is kind of weird. And then
she said, what happened to the boyfriend? Because you didn't know that. You thought he was a dude, like bitches. But no, he was a zesty dude. She said, yeah my man left. Like, no, your man is inside you.
Yeah, and then this time the guy was all like, you know what? That's when he did the research, knew something in the cave. He had to get answers, and he went back to the cave. So that's when he went back, and dude, it was so stupid. That's when he I guess he realized that just to give into it, or he had that answer. I didn't understand that. He grabbed the knife thing from the.
So he basically was going to kill himself. He said, listen, the only way that we can get rid of this is either we become one or I kill myself, and there's nothing to.
Yeah, so then he escapes out of the cave like nothing. This is where I was like, oh my God, so stupid. He got out of the cave. Oh, actually,
the couple that he was looking for was in there.
Yeah, we had the Resident Evil boss inside the cave.
Yeah, that was where he got the knife, Resident Evil boss.
Yeah, in a boss fight.
because they were fighting together, so it was like a fucking monster and shit like
Yeah.
that, like
And
a
this is where
Siamese
the
twin.
yeah, that he comes out, so then they finally meet each other, and this is the scene where like he's either gonna kill himself or what, and they decide to become one. That like let's go and become one. And this is the whole movie right here. This is the main scene that you've been watching the whole movie for. Like I say, the movie looked very good. It was shot
Yeah.
very well, and then when you see them just give in and become one, and you're like, all right, how's it gonna end? And I remember my head that she had mentioned earlier that the parents are supposed to come by. So then that's when you get a knock at the door. It's the parents to the end of the movie. And what do you see there?
First of all, you see them as a he she. It's a he
Oh
she.
my
Like you don't
god,
know
dude.
like what the fuck is that? It looks like him, but it's a bitch. So I don't know. And I was like, this is kind of weird, bro. This is some weird shit.
Yeah, dude,
And
that's what as soon as I saw that ending, that it went into like they became one, like a boy girl kind of thing, and then that's kind of explained why the neighbor was like didn't look exactly, it looked like a merge between him and the husband. And I was like, oh my god, they wasted my time with this whole movie. That the UAG was pumping it up because he had seen it
Man,
right
he
before
loved it.
us.
He was like, guys, you have to watch together.
Yeah.
So
first of
good.
all,
You have to get
it was a good
This is
movie.
the best movie I've seen so far this year. Oh my
First of all, I did not say that. That did not come out of my mouth. That did not. I still put Primal way over that. But to be honest with you, I like the movie. It was again a highbrow movie, very cinematic. You could tell that the chemistry between the husband and wife was genuine because they were real husband and wives. So it played a major part of why I thought the movie played well. Again, there's plot holes in any movie that you see, but uh, the premise of the movie, I think, was great. They could have did better with it though. To be
I
honest
think the
with you, I'm
bitch
gonna be
is what
honest.
caught me, what kept me watching.
Yeah,
She was so beautiful.
I told OTG, I said, look, because he was so the context of
He
this
was
situation, we're all in
googly.
a group chat.
He was googly
And
eyes over
yeah,
her.
we're
Goonie.
on a group chat. We're like, this is our homework. We're gonna watch together. All right, bet. We're gonna watch it, right? So he's enjoying this movie. Like I didn't watch it yet. I watched it after they watched it. So I watched it last. So
That's because you're an old man
UAG
and
was
you
like
had to do
UAG was
some
like,
other stuff.
oh, 10 out of 10. Oh.
I did
Yes,
not.
yes, you were.
And then OTG was like, all right, I'm watching it. He's like, dude, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. But he's not really saying it's pretty good. All he kept talking about, oh my god, the girl. Oh, I just love. I'm in love.
I love her.
Gooning, goon. So, and then I watched this movie. This shit's
No,
garbage.
remember
right?
what I
I'm
said
like,
at the end?
It's
My
not
rant
garbage.
after I watched it. Then I rant and say they wasted my time. It had potential. Oh,
Yeah.
I want to say something right now, but I don't want to ruin it. I had a rant at the end. You
Yeah.
got to remember that. I ranted
I do remember
really
that.
bad.
And
at the
I told
end.
I said you didn't like the movie leading up to the end. The movie was garbage all the way through.
It
You
was
just were in
not.
love.
It
with
was
the
I
not.
was in
actress.
love.
You're a fucking hater, bro.
The third act was the worst. I thought. I even said that in the group
Yeah.
chat. And you, for you, Gali, you're saying right now, but no, you liked it. You don't
No,
remember. We could go back
I
in the
remember.
chat.
I remember saying there was things I did like. There's certain things that they did that I liked because there was creepy moments, like when he told the stories of his parents and it was creepy. I like those little shots. That was cool. Or like the scene when they did magnetize together in the hallway. That was creepy. I like that, but the actual story was stupid. To me, it was just
Such a
stupid.
hater.
Like
You're a hater.
the way he
First of all,
he
these are the
drank the
same
water.
people that like the corny. You like fucking slasher. You like
I don't
dumbass
like-
movies.
I
And
don't
you
like
tell me that this
slashers.
movie is not good.
I don't like slashers. I
He-
made the review
Oh
on
my
slashers and I
God.
said this movie's garbage. But this is
You
what
think Halloween 3 is a classic?
It is. Stop,
is.
dude.
No, it's not.
Dude, you can get people off the channel when you say dumb
Oh,
shit like
dude,
that.
yeah,
Don't be
it's
saying
okay.
dumb shit like that.
Guys, look, I'm sorry. I know you if you probably turned it
I'm
off
sorry.
after you've seen this.
Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. I'm going to be the
Listen,
voice of reason
He's
here.
our resident
I
Riri.
have to be
He's our
the
Riri.
voice of reason here. The movie is a
The
good
voice of
movie.
Riri.
Okay. So let's get to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna give it out of 10, right? Out of 10 for me,
10.
and I'm being honest. No, I can't give it. I will give it a 6.5.
Get the fuck out of dude. You
No.
gave it like a 9, bro.
No, I
gave
didn't.
it like, nah.
No, I didn't. I
Nah,
would
dude, you gave it like
before your influence, I probably would have gave it 7.5. But
nah,
because
before my influence, it was like a 9. I'm not
no,
buying
it was not. You guys give me my grade. My grade. It's my grade, motherfucker. And
Okay,
I say
all right,
6.5.
I think we made him real like give
No,
it a lower.
you did. You did.
Yeah,
You made me.
you
made
did.
me reflect a little bit more. I see some of the plot holes that you mentioned, and I would have to agree. But I think that the acting was what sold
Yeah.
it for me.
Acting was
I
good.
like the cinematography on it.
It was
Okay.
great.
I like
Oh.
I like the story.
I thought
think
special
that they
effects was
they should have. There was a lot of potential. When I
Certain
say the
special effects were
story,
good,
it was
and
some
certain
great.
ones were trash. It was weird.
Well, you got to remember, this movie was only made with $3.5 million.
Okay.
3.5.
Fucking Terrifiers made with fucking
That
$10.
that terrified. Come on, but for a wide release movie, 3.5. That's change that you find in the fucking cushion couch. If you're really thinking about movies,
with the change in the couch,
when you're thinking about movies, and for this
that's not
movie,
change in the couch,
sir, look at if you're thinking of a big budget
Dude,
movie,
where the movie was
3.5,
trash,
that's
they
not a lot.
obviously didn't have good writers.
3.5, it made $33 million.
All right, you gave it
Come
your
on.
score.
right.
Let me give my score.
Go ahead, bro,
We'll say Gali
please.
for last. I really like your 6.5 because I don't think that's honestly what you thought after the movie. I honestly think you gave it like a 9.5, but we'll say your 6.5. Me, I'm gonna go with man, I am gonna go with a 6.5 also, only because I really enjoyed it like most of the way through. And I thought the story was stupid and so much shit I could complain, but getting that chick, how bad I gooned over her. She kept my attention the whole time. Her eyes are so fucking beautiful. Man, she's so, and then at the end you get to see a little titty shot, but it was nice. The story was good. The story wasn't great. I hated the story, but the flow of the build up of the characters was so fucking good, dude. I thought it had potential, but I think the main story fucking sucked, dude. I kind of liked that there was a cult-like aspect, but I thought some of the stuff was stupid. I thought the counter was stupid. There could have been a different counter. I thought the very end was just a slap in the face for a waste of time. They could have thought of anything else than becoming a he/she. I think it had potential, and that just if those things were changed, it would have had a higher grade. But 6.5 for me because it was shot really well. The acting was really well done. It looked like it had a higher budget. I don't know numbers like UAG over here, but yeah, for the most part, 6.5. I'll go with that. And now if I have to rate it 4K, we can't forget. I mean, Steelbook,
the real
4K,
grading
stream it,
scale.
trash. I will say for this one, for me, trash. Because it's not even worth the stream because of the end. It is not worth wasting your time. But if you're in a gooning mood, definitely stream. So that's just me.
It's definitely a stream movie. It's definitely a stream movie. You can see it one time, and you're not gonna purchase it. It's not gonna be the most rememberable movie, but it's worth the watch. It's worth going to see it and sit down, date movie, whatnot. Definitely a date movie, I think.
I'll give you that. Actually, you know what? I'll go into mine. I'll agree. That is a date movie because women love watching stupid shit. So that's perfect. But I will say same shit. I don't want to echo everything OTG said, but yeah. Weak opener, the way they got their little spell, the counter's weak. Acting really good. Atmosphere is really good. It's simple. Simple atmosphere, but it was really effective. Little neighborhood, forest, house, cult underneath the water, underneath the floor and all that shit. The cult idea was interesting. That's what kept me going. The cult part. I was like, ooh, okay, we got a little evil shit going. And then gay evil shit. That was interesting. But ultimately, I did, so like the Resident Evil boss sent me off because I thought that's what they were going to turn into at the end, like some big monster when the parents showed up. And
me too.
It was just that's what I was hoping for. And then they killed the parents or something.
Then she turned into Pat. That's what it was. It was Pat.
It was just Pat. Yeah. So it's like
oh shit.
You had this great premise, great idea. Like it sounded interesting. Like the trailer, I was hyped to watch this movie. That's what's fucked up. I was actually hyped to see it because it looked good. I was like, that shit looks different, looks interesting. But ultimately, in the end, I have to give it on the the Dark Rewind grayscale, Steelbook 4K, stream it, trash, throw that shit in the trash. Shit was garbage.
You're disrespectful.
I'll never watch it again. Never recommend it. I don't even want to watch it while I'm getting head, bro. Like that shit's garbage, bro.
You're being disrespectful. That's a perfect head movie. That's a perfect head movie. Yes, it is. Because
listen, that's kind of gay.
You have
if you get
hey,
head while seeing he, she's, and
let me tell you something.
Nah, you look at her eyes.
Understand why? No.
Dude, there's way better head movies.
See,
so,
you seen the movie?
Video. We're gonna tell the top 5 movies to get head to.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you get in the angle where she can watch the movie. She's gonna be into the movie. She's gonna be into it.
No,
she's just sucking you off, and then you're like this, bro. No, and I'm telling you, it's a perfect head movie. I'm telling you, I'm speaking from experience. She was watching.
Movie's trash.
Was watching the movie.
The movie's trash. You loved it, but anyways,
Steelbook for UAG. That's okay.
No,
thank you. It was a fun watch. It was a fun watch. I don't mind watching trash sometimes, but that one belongs in the trash. Never gonna see it again.
Yeah, it wasn't fun trash. I like fun trash. Like
I can't wait to hear the comments on this because they're gonna tell you that it was definitely worth streaming.
Now they're gonna tell me, you know what, it was worth gooning. But anyways, it is what it is.
My niggas, if you like what you're seeing, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel.
Oh wait, really quick. Only I wanted to say, bring back Baja Blast.
Yeah, we're the one keeping her name alive.